we'll start getting into it, and I don't think anyone else might join us, so we'll get into it. Kind of like last 2 weeks, this is a nice, easy one, in the sense that we're not going this for time, we're not going to score this. It's just a little kind of bit of strength work. We're kind of 1 or 2 exercises we haven't done. We have done some split squats before, but we haven't done some tricep dips in it. So 1 or 2 ones there to kind of mix it up. And the main goal, kind of when we do these ones, over the next couple of weeks, is just try to work the muscle, so go slower, hence up tempo. The tempo means that we're going to slow down. Your goal is just to feel every muscle that we're working. So talking through, it's 20 minutes, and it's 4 different movements. We're going to go through it 5 rounds, all right? And you should get a little bit of rest in each one, all right? It's going to start off with a 10 tempo strict press, all right? So you're going to press it straight to the top, hold it for 1 second on the top, and it's always the lowering phase. It's going to be 3, 2, 1 down to the bottom. All right, we're going to go 5 on the right and 5 on the left. If that weight is too challenging to strict press it up, it's okay to push press it up like we did last week, and then still have a slow and controlled lower down. So it's a downward bit that is the most important. All right, your next minute is going to be 10 tempo or the L's. We all know that one. That's nice and easy. Just 3 seconds on the lowering down bit, and then fast and aggressive on the way up. If you do have a slightly heavier weight or anything like that, I would preference it to use it on that one, just because you'll be quite strong on it. Next minute is going to be 10 tempo tricep dips. All right. All I'm going to need you to have is a chair or something. Like I've got a box here that I'm going to use just to show you. I'm going to put my hands on it. I'm just going to sit off the edge, lower myself down, and press back to the top. So it's a big press through your triceps. You'll feel a good stretch through your chest and shoulders as you do it. And that is 10 in total. That will be a bit of a burner. And then 10 Bulgarian split squats. That's going to be 1 foot on, let's say, a chair, or I'm going to put 1 foot onto my box. I'm going to be in a lunge. I'm just going to lower myself down and come back up. I'm going to do them weighted, so I might just hold one of my dumbbells just in my hand. I'm going to go 5 on the left, 5 on the right. All right. All the tempos are pretty much the same. It's just 3 seconds on the downward portion of it. All right. Any questions? No. We're going to have a go of all the tempos in the warm-up. We're just going to do a quick kind of body weight one, and then we're just going to do 1 quick round of doing all the movements before the clock goes on, and then we're going to get into it. Just we don't need to do anything too mad for it. So guys, just start warming up and just have a bit of space first. All I want you to do, just to start off, is I just want 2 reps. All right, with this. All you're going to do is inchworm down. Once you get to the top of your push-up, I just want 5 reps. Well, I just want you to press your head through your shoulders for 5 total reps before walking yourself back up to fully standing. All right, so let's go. Walk yourself out. Stretch through the hamstrings, top of that push-up, 5 times, pressing your head through your shoulders, head through all the way back to the top of push-up, and keep rocking through that. A bit of movement through your shoulders, and just try to stretch them out a little bit for going above your head. Once you've done your 5, inchworm all the way back to standing, and then we're going to do that again. So straight away back in. Pressing that head through. Try to go a little bit deeper if you can every single time. And again, once you've done that, we are standing back up to fully standing. From there, guys, I want you to stretch out through your hamstrings. I want you to give me 10 hamstring bounds on each side. That is 20 repetitions in total. We all know 1 leg at the front. And look, I'm not bending over. I'm sitting my bum back as I do this. All right. So I want 20 repetitions, and your goal is to keep moving, all right? So keep thinking as you do that, you are pushing your bum to the wall behind you. You don't drop your chest forward, you sit yourself back, and just try to sweep your arms down towards the floor. Try to get deeper and deeper and deeper. I think by the end of this, or if you do them, I always try to give myself a goal of trying to get my fingertips to touch the floor. That's how much I try to sit back into this. Beautiful. So keep moving through them. Once you're finished your 20 in total, I just want you to drop down to your knees, keep the elbows glued in, and I want you to give me 10 kneeling push-ups. All right. Just get the upper body going. So dropping down to the knees, 10 push-ups from the knees. Elbows are glued in. Squeeze the back of the arm at the top. Once you lock out your arms, you're going to squeeze them as hard as you can. Beautiful. Once you have them then, what we're going to do is we're just going to do just a small version of that Bulgarian split squat. So we're not going to use anything elevated just yet. I just want you to get into a lunge, all right? And all I want you to do is just to give me 5 on each side. We're just going to go straight down, touch the floor, and then come back up. What I don't want to see is this. So have a quick look at my front leg, because I don't want to see this big, massive lunge out and forward. I just want to see it straight down and straight back up. All right, 5 and 5. There will always be a slight bit of tendency to go forward. That's okay, but don't like let your whole body just massively lean in. As you do that, look down at your front knee. Always think, don't let your front knee collapse in. So it's a good kind of one just to have a bit of knee control. That it's pointed in the same direction as where your big toe is pointed. So 5 and 5. Beautiful. Yeah, they're going to get quite tough on the quads now in a minute. Guys, we're just going to have a go through all of your movements. All right. And we're just going to add in the tempo. All right. So get your weight ready. All right. We're just going to have a quick slow round going through all of these. We're still warming up. So get your dumbbell, your kettlebell, or whatever you have. We're going to have a quick go. Still warming up. Just over press. All right. I just want you to give me 3 on each side. All right. So get that dumbbell up to your shoulder, your kettlebell. Look at me. I'm pressing this straight up. Bicep is next to the ear on the top. And then it's a 3, 2, 1, lower down. Look at my elbows pointed forward. I'm going to avoid any outward movement. Give me 3 on the right and 3 on the left, please. With a 3-second lower, you can count that yourself. All right. Kind of same as last week. Dermo, you're on the barbell. You just give me 6 in total. Beautiful. Taking a 3, 2, 1 down. As fast as you want to the top. And then a 3, 2, 1 on the way down. Make sure when we bring it down, we don't let it fall into us. It's a nice, slow and controlled movement down. Beautiful. Once you've done your tree and your tree, guys, you can pop that down. We're then going to have a quick go over RDL. Again, I know we do it all the time, just quickly going over it. I'm just going to grab the 2 heads of my dumbbell. If it's your kettlebell, just grab the handle on the top. Right now, I am bending forward. So if you look at me, I'm actually out and forward. My weight's on my toes. I have a 6 kilo weight. I can feel my back working. All right. So that's me bending over forward compared to me sitting backwards. All right. I'm trying to push my bum back behind me. Give me 6 in total, please. 3 seconds on the downward phase, fast and aggressive to the top. So 3, 2, 1 will be your downward bit, and then fast on the way up. So a little bit slower there, Dermo. So 3 seconds down, and then fast up. So get back to the top there. And let's go down slowly for 3 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, up. And once you get to 1, you come straight back up. Goal is not to touch the floor. Just feel the stretch in the hamstrings and come back up. Usually it's an inch or 2 past the knees. Beautiful, guys. From there, all right, we're going to come to a chair or to your box that we're going to need. All right. If you're looking at me, I'm just going to start sitting on it. My 2 hands come in as close as I can to my hips or to my bum. All right. I'm then just going to take a little baby step out. All right. When I do this, I keep my shoulders pulled back. So don't punch them forward. So always think, pull them back. And you're going to lower yourself down, bending at your elbows for 3, 2, 1. You try to get to about a right angle bend at your elbow and then press aggressively to the top. To make this harder, have your feet out in front. To make it easier, you have your feet in. So let's say if you want to be harder at the start of the workout, beautiful. If it's getting too hard, you just bring them in. All right. I want you to just give me 3 in total just for now with a 3-second lower, please. Yeah, so the big tricep squeeze at the top, you will feel a little pull on your chest and shoulders. That's like that stretch we do, on the floor. We have our 2 hands behind us. So it's a little bit of a stretch for your chest and shoulders. And last little one, guys, we're going to have a little go over our Bulgarian split squat before we get into this. So back to our chair in our box. You want to have your weight ready. All right. I'm going to start by putting 1 foot up onto it. All right. Make sure, again, I'm not just on the corner when I slip. Have it right up onto my box. All right. I'm holding 1 weight in my hand. So I'm just going to have opposites. So if that's my left leg out in front, I'm holding it in my right hand. I'm not going to go out forward. My goal is to go straight down for 3, 2, 1. Aggressive squeeze to the top. 3, 2, 1. Aggressive squeeze to the top. When I'm changing over, I just change legs. I'm also going to change hands. So now my right leg is out in front. Weight is in my left hand. Then I'm going down for 3, 2, 1. And then aggressive squeeze back to the top. Give me 3 and 3 now, please. And your goal is just to bend on that front leg to get down. Your back knee will naturally bend. Now, don't be afraid to look down at your knee and try to keep that knee in line with the toe. Balance will get quite tough, yeah. But it's okay as well. If you just want to try that there without the weight, just have a quick go without the weight if you want. So just put your weight down. Just try body weight if you're finding the balance quite tough. Oh, you wobble there, catching. And then I really want you to look down at that front knee. I want that knee in line with that toe. Even if you want to do body weight for the workout, guys, that is completely okay. Because, you know, we haven't done that one and it will pump your quads no matter what. All right. Does anyone have any questions?
Is it 10 reps or what is the...
So everything's 10 repetitions. All right. So go through it again really quickly. The shoulder press, we're going to go 5 on one side, 5 on the other. On the RDL, it's just 10 in total. On the tricep dips, it's 10 in total. And on the Bulgarian split squats, we're going to go 5 on one side, 5 on the other.
Okay, and 1 minute. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll keep calling it all out anyway as you kind of go through it. All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yeah, Katrin, you can hold it here if you want. If you find that, yeah, because you'll be a little bit more centered. If it's on one hand, obviously there's a little bit of balance. It does bring a lot more kind of core into it to kind of keep yourself balanced. But if you find it easier, I'd rather you hold it here and try to keep that knee in line with the toe. All right. Dermo, do you have a question?
If you hold it on the side, you hold it on the one foot, the left foot, let's say, is elevated, and you hold it in the right hand, then is it?
If the, yeah. No, sorry. Well, I always think whatever leg's out in front. So if my left leg's out in front, I'm going to hold it in my right hand because there's space to let it dangle, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Thanks.
Lovely. Right, guys, we are going to get into it, just so we don't lose track of time. Remember, it is 20 minutes. There's no score. It's just nice and slow. I'm going to keep calling out the exercises. All I want you to do is just think slow on the downward bit, and it's 10 reps and everything. If we're all ready, guys, give me a little thumbs up. All right. Beautiful. Right, guys, first one starting off with our shoulder press. All right. So grab your weight, 5 on each side, and we're going to get going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So it is 5 on each side. Remember, it's 3 seconds on the downward portion. All right. So nice and slow. So I think you're trying to work your shoulders, you're trying to work your triceps at the top, squeeze them, and then control it nice and slowly back down. And obviously once you're done your 5, change over. And at any point of the workout, if that ends up getting a bit too tough to press up, it's okay to push press it up, but fight the downward bit. The second you're done, just put it down. Kind of like last week we did this, you're only going to have only 10, 15 seconds rest throughout this whole thing. So you have about 15 seconds now. Perfect. And that will kind of hopefully be our rest period the whole way through. Is that kind of 10 to 15 seconds. So RDLs now, we're going in 5 seconds. So popping that weight up, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. We're standing to the top straight away. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to the top fast. Back down. 3, 2, 1. So slow that down a little bit there, Mo, just on the downward bit. There you go. Remember, the goal is to sit your bum back. So push it back behind you. Should feel this in the hamstrings quite quickly. Just make sure you're squeezing your bum to the top. So at the lockout, your glutes are squeezed. Every part of your legs are squeezed. And hopefully we get that kind of 15, 20 seconds rest. That's 20 seconds left now. And coming up to our 15. Perfect again. So if we kind of keep our pace, when I give you a count of 3, 2, 1, go, get straight into it because you want that 15 seconds. Because we are moving to our tricep dips. So get to your chair, get to your bench. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and we are moving. So straight away for 3, 2, 1, aggressive squeeze to the top. Remember, if that gets too hard, just walk your feet back in. But do challenge yourself now. So at the top of the movement, you lock out your arms hard, you squeeze the back of your arms, and yes, you'll feel a little bit of a pull on the front of the chest and shoulders. Yeah, they get very hard very quick, just purely because the triceps are a small muscle group. Get really, really hard. Have your feet in close. You can nearly push yourself back up with your legs to assist yourself. You can still fight the downward phase or help yourself back up. The tricep dips and the Bulgarian split squats will be the harder ones. So guys, we're getting ready for a split squat. So get your weight ready. It is 5 on each side. Remember, knee control is crucial. So you have 10 seconds. So just get yourself set up. So you have a bit of a warning. And we're going to get going in 5, 3, 2, 1, and we are in it. So just 5 on each leg. Nice and slow on the downward bit. And at the top, I think that front leg that's out in front, squeeze your quad as hard as you can. Drive that leg through the floor. Nice catching. Very good on the knee control. Nice. Make sure we have a quick changeover. This one obviously a hard movement to get right, so everyone's doing it nice and slow. That's good. Rest then will probably be about 10 seconds. We will be getting into our strict press quite quickly after that. Very, very nice, Sarah. Beautiful. So that's a 15-second warning. That is perfect rest time, guys. Everyone feel that in the quads? Give me a thumbs up. Feel it in the legs? Yeah, perfect. Guys, 10 seconds. We are going back into round 2 now. We're going back into our strict press. So we're going to 5 seconds, popping that weight up. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Right, so straight to the top. I don't mind how you get there, but it's a 3, 2, 1, down, and then back up. And try to think, if you can, elbows pointed directly forward as best you can. It will want to fight and twist. Just for good control, elbows pointed forward, just like your knee would be pointed forward. It's just that kind of control of your arm. Now always twist out a little bit, but as best you can, straight. Nice, Lukey. Perfect control, Luke. Good man. Perfect. 10-second warning. That's going to get harder with the combination of those tricep dips, guys. Moving on to an RDL, easiest one. Get your weight set. We're going to go in 3, weights up, 2, 1, and we are on the clock again. We are moving 3 seconds down. This is probably the easiest movement. Just make sure you feel the hamstrings. If you don't, try to think as you push your bum back behind you, let the weight kind of shift slightly back towards your heels. All right. And you're going to use your weight, your dumbbell, your kettlebell, or your barbell as kind of a counterbalance. You sit back as far as you can, knowing that that weight is keeping you balanced. The more you do that, the more you're going to feel the hammies and glutes start to work. That's kind of a 20-second warning. So you can get your rest in. Going back to tricep dips again, hard exercise. This will start to affect your pressing well because you're going to tire out your arms. So if you need it, use your legs to assist yourself back up. 5 seconds. We're going to get into it now in 3, 2, 1, and we are moving. An aggressive squeeze as if you're trying to, punch or press fast on the way back up. Exactly, guys. Slow on the downward bit. Feel the triceps and shoulders, and then press back to the top. If they get hard on the upward phase, use your legs to kind of squat back up a little bit because they will get quite tough. Perfect. And we are at our 20-second warning now. Just get yourself ready then for your split squats. All right. So 10 seconds. So get your weight ready. Maybe get your foot up. This is me. Pick a point. Just keep your eyes glued on it just for balance. All right. We're going to get going in 3, 2, and 1. And we are moving for first rep. This balance is crucial. Nice and slow. Nice, Sarah. Nice, Dermo. Good man, Dermo. Love you. 30 seconds. And a 15-second warning. There's 2 rounds done, guys. Lovely. All right, rotating back around. You are getting ready for your strict press. 3, 2, 1, guys. Getting that weight up. Going into your press. And fight the way down. Especially at the last second. Make sure we're fighting it the whole way. You're going to get most muscular contraction right on the bottom. Lovely 30-second warning. Nice pressing from everybody. Good man. Thermo. Fighting that downward bit. Lovely. 20-second warning. Obviously, we know next is an RDL, so you can just pop your weight down just to get ready. Quick couple of breaths. And we are going to get going in 5 seconds. Get your weight ready. We're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, and we are up into an RDL. Catherine, keep moving there. But if I just see you grabbing your trap, if you're feeling that when we do the dips, all right, you can keep doing your RDLs there just as I'm chatting, just so you can get your work done. Instead of doing the tricep dip, because it might pull your trap a little bit, I want you to give me a kneeling push-up, but have your hands kind of close, because it's going to work the triceps the same way. So it'll take that kind of pressure off that. So on a kneeling push-up, hands are in, squeeze the back of your arm, all right, and think triceps, all right? Just take the pressure off that trap. So 30 seconds, guys. Lovely. We're coming up now. Halfway point, guys. That is 10 minutes in. You have 10 minutes left just to slowly chip through this. So 10-second warning. So try to catch them, well, glue those elbows right into the side just to make it triceps as best we can. We're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, and we are moving. No matter what we're doing, guys, we're thinking back of the arms. Back half of the workout. Upper body should be burning a little bit. Hopefully legs are starting to burn a little bit. 20 seconds just to get ready for your split squats. So get your leg ready, get your weight ready. 3rd round through. And 3, 2, 1, and we're moving. And as you do have it, always have a little kind of glance down, just to where that knee's going. Depth-wise, it's only whatever you can go to comfortably. I'd rather you go down for halfway, have control, rather than going down the whole way and losing balance. Twenty seconds. Now we're going into our second last round. 10 seconds, we're going for our strict press. So weights are up, and we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. And we're on the clock. Beautiful overhead position for everybody, thinking bicep as close as we can to the ear. And then control, elbows in front on the way down. Lovely. Savage work, guys. That's your second last round on that press. "15-second warning just to get ready for that RDL. All right, 5 seconds there. Get yourself ready straight away. Changing your weight. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And again, as I said earlier, sit your bum back as far as you can. Shift your weight back onto the heels. And this is kind of like a counterbalance exercise. You're trying to counterbalance your body weight with your dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell that you have. The heavier the weight, the more you'd shift back. That if that weight wasn't in your hand, you'd nearly kind of fall backwards over. All right. Nice, Dermo. Lovely. Flat back, good man. And that's 20-second warning again. Just to get ready. Second last time on our triceps.
Hey guys, this is Mim. I'm Liv.
And we're going to get going in 5 seconds. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. And we're on the clock. Second last round. And again, depth of this, kind of like the Bulgarian split squat, you only go into it as much as you comfortably can. There is no perfect range of motion. We're all different. Once you feel a little bit in the triceps, you squeeze to the top. They're still working no matter what.
50 artists who will take over One World Radio the entire week.
Nice, Dermo.
5 days, 50 of your favourite artists. Let's celebrate our second anniversary together next week here on One World Radio. People of tomorrow.
And then coming up now to about that kind of 20-second warning, we have our split squats, and then we're going to do one more round before we finish. So get yourself ready, get your weight ready. Pop that foot up, you have 10 seconds. And we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're on the clock. Same again, guys, depth-wise, it doesn't matter. Goal is to work the muscle. As long as you feel your quads working, little bit of the glute working, and that is the main goal. Only go into it as much as you feel like you comfortably can. Keeping control of your body, keeping control of your knee.
And now, in the mix, black coffee.
Very, very nice. Good knee control there, Luke and Katrin. Very, very nice. Very deep dermo. Good man. And that's 20-second warning. Beautiful, guys. One more round here, each one. Your press, your RDL, your triceps, and your Bulgarian split squats. And then you are done for the morning. So you have 10 seconds to get that weight ready. We're getting that weight up, and we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Very slow on the downward bit. Because your last round, and it really, really fight the downward phase. Challenge yourself, especially at that last second when it nearly gets to the shoulder and you want to let it fall on you, you fight that bit. Because that's when the muscle is stretched and loaded the most. It's like the bottom of a squat is the most crucial bit rather than halfway down or halfway up. Can we go to the RDL? The further you can go down towards the floor, the better. Lovely, gang. 15-second warning. It's that time to get your reps in. It's only a quick transition to your RDL. RDL is in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight away. And again, challenge yourself. Each repetition, can you get a little bit closer to the floor whilst maintaining that lovely flat back by sitting your bum back to the wall, to whatever is behind you. You should be able to feel the hamstrings on an RDL with a 2 kilo dumbbell all the way up to a 100 kilo barbell. Lovely, gang. Loads of time left. That's a 20-second warning. And the last time on our triceps. Hopefully you feel those triceps. And we're gonna get going in. We go 3, 2, 1, and we're into it straight away. Lovely, very, very last time. Again, depth, just feel the muscle and then squeeze to the top. I can see the upper body is burning on everyone's face. Lovely, so that is 30 seconds left. And all we have left then is some split squats before we have a little stretch to finish. Beautiful, guys. 15 seconds is our very, very last one. All you have to do is 10 repetitions to finish, 5 on each side. And you have 5 seconds to get yourself ready. So foot up, weight in hand. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Feel that quad work. Rather than thinking about lifting yourself up, drive that foot through the floor as if you're trying to press it through the floor. Last 5 reps. Lovely, gang. Well done. Last repetition. Weights are down. Good stuff. 20 minutes. Guys, pop your just unmute yourself there, so I'm not chatting to myself anymore. I hate chatting to myself. 20 minutes. How was that?
Good.
What was the hardest bit? Either the split squat or the triceps? Which one?
Split squats for me.
Triceps.
Triceps, split squats. Hands up for triceps. Just Catherine, hands up for the split squats. I'd probably pick the split squats as well. That's because I've got little chicken legs. But yeah, guys, kind of same as last Wednesday. Yeah, just a nice little kind of easy one in the middle of the week. In some way, trying to put a little bit of focus on keeping that strength up. And we'll kind of keep some of them kind of trending forward just once a week. It's not always going to be on the Wednesday, but it probably will be kind of middle of the week. Just in some way, kind of keep that strength up as best as we can. So we're ready to rock and roll once the gym opens. We are going to finish with a little stretch. First one, I'm actually just going to start off with a little stretch just for your traps, just because I could see Catherine's traps just getting a little bit tight. So this is kind of a quick, easy one you can do at home. I know you put away your chairs, but you're probably going to need your chair for this one. So I just need something that you can sit on. All right. So if you're looking at me, I'm just going to move over to my box. All right. All I'm going to do is I'm just sitting down. All right. I'm going to get my hand. It's kind of a weird one. I'm going to get my hand. I'm actually just going to sit on it. All right. And I'm trying to sit on as much of my hand as I can. So you can copy me now. All right, we're just going to get a little stretch down through the trap. I'm sitting on my hand as best I can. All right. As I do that, I'm trying to get my shoulder or the hand I'm sitting on to pull that down as best I can. I'm going to look directly forward at the camera. I'm going to tilt my head away from the shoulder that I'm sitting on. All right. You should feel a little stretch down the back of the neck. You know, whilst I'm looking forward, I'm just going to tilt my head down. You're going to feel a little bit more of a stretch. And you'd be surprised when you're in this. If you keep I'm still looking forward, I'm still tilted to the side. I can look up and I can look down. And I want you to move your neck around just up until the point that you can some way start to feel a little bit of a stretch on whatever kind of point of your neck is tight. Just because it is very, very hard to stretch your traps at home. If you want to go a little bit further, your free hand, you can actually kind of grab your head and just pull it an extra centimeter or 2 into it. It's very, very hard to lengthen that muscle. You just move it around just up until you feel a little point of it. Beautiful. All right, guys, let's change sides. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to sit my hand as best I can, just to keep my shoulder down in the socket. And I look forward, tilt my head off to the side. If you want to grab it automatically, you can. But when you're here, look up and look down. I find when I look down, I get a little bit more of a stretch. through my traps. If you look up, you might find some muscles in the front of the neck, kind of underneath your jaw that can actually get quite tight. And weirdly enough, they can actually cause forward head posture. I know I have it. It kind of pushes your head too far forward all the time. They can get quite tight. Lovely. All right, guys, from there, let's just get a little stretch with the legs, just because these always get tight. So you can use your chair still, may as well use your chair that you have there. All we're going to do is just get that foot up onto it, and let's just do a head stretch. So I'm getting my knee up onto it. I'm just going to get a little stretch to my quads. If you have a pillow or something, just out of comfort for your knee, because it does get quite annoying. We're just going to go for a quick 30 seconds or so on each side. As always, when we're here, midsection is neutral. Hollow your abs a little bit, and the knee that's on the floor, I'm squeezing my bum to push my hip in. And again, don't be afraid when you're in a stretch, move around in it a little bit. You can tilt, push your hip around up until you feel a point that's kind of tight that you want to work on. If you're ever in a stretch, don't just stay in it. You can move up until you feel the point that you want to work on. Lovely, and change over. Same again. Once you're in it, just set yourself up the exact same way, starting off on a checklist. Abs are crunch down. I'm squeezing my glutes. And again, move around in it up until the point that you feel that you want to stretch. If you feel it in the belly of the quad, or the main kind of meaty bit, that's good. But the higher you can feel this towards your hips, the better. So feel it in the belly, you know that you need to loosen it out. I kind of feel it higher towards my hip now, just because I always try to keep my quad nice and loose. So don't be afraid to do this one that little bit more. If you always feel it in the kind of belly, the higher to the hips, it just means your quads are nice and loose. Lovely, and you can pop yourselves up out of that one. Guys, well done on your Wednesday morning. Little strength work, not a hard workout. As always, there's still 3 days left in the week, and there's still some hard workouts left to come. Is everyone training for the rest of the week?
Yeah. These days
I think the hard. Actually, no. The next 3 days are quite tough for you, and there's no point lying about it. We're all a bit of crack, but if you're going to take a rest day, I'd probably take one tomorrow. That's just because personally, I don't like the movements that are in it. But sure, look.
What's it? I like the
What's in tomorrow's? No. What is in tomorrow's? Let me check.